Let me guess, you're skinny fat and you're looking for the solution. Well, the good news is you just found it. And in this video, I'm going to share with you exactly how you can get from where you're at now to a more muscular version without the extra body fat in just 5 simple steps. Sound good? Then let's go. So no doubt you'd have looked into a few different solutions, and this is where guys tend to come unstuck because you're carrying around more body fat than you actually want, which normally means you need to cut, right? But if you cut, you're going to get skinnier, but you actually want to get bigger and more muscular, which then means bulk. But if you do that, then you're not going to get rid of that extra body fat that you just don't want. And then we go right back to the beginning of just what should you do to get the result that you actually want. Well, fret not, because I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do in order to build that lean muscle that you're after whilst burning that body fat that you don't want. I'm Coach Ben, and if you're new here, I'm a double certified nutritionist and coach who specializes in helping busy people lose fat and build lean muscle, and most importantly, sustain it long term, all without bad diets, giving up the food you love, or resorting to mind-numbing cardio. So, without further ado, let's get into step number 1, which is getting into a calorie deficit. But we're not talking about a crazy deficit here. We're talking about getting into a 20% deficit off of your maintenance calories. Now, don't panic about calculating your calories or your deficit and things like that. There is a calorie calculator that you can use in the description after this video that will do all the hard work for you. But ultimately, what we want to do is get into a 20% calorie deficit, which is going to encourage your body to pull the remaining energy requirements that you need day to day from your body's own fat stores. And before you start panicking about, what about my ability to build and maintain my lean muscle, don't worry, I've got you covered in step number 4, so hang on for that. Which leads us on to step number 2, and that is resistance training, not focusing on a load of mind-numbing cardio. You are already in a calorie deficit, which is going to help us get rid of that body fat that we don't want. The resistance training is going to put our muscles under load, which is going to cause them to break down, which is going to cause your body with the right nutrition and rest to build them bigger and stronger. So we need to make sure we are focusing on resistance training, and hitting the gym just 3 days a week and focusing on key lifts is going to put our muscles under increased strain, which leads us perfectly onto step number 3, which is focusing on progressive overload. Now, you will notice people in the gym that look the same as they did 6 months ago, and likely they are probably still lifting the same weights, doing the same exercises, same amount of reps. Their nutrition is still way off, and that is why they look the same. The way that our muscles get bigger and stronger is by us continuing to put increasing loads on them. Now, this can come from upping the weight, it can come from upping the reps, having an increased time under tension. There is a lot of different ways that we can do it, but the most common ways is to add more weight and to add more reps. And as long as week to week, month to month, you are progressing, and that it means that the weight and the reps are going up, then you are going to be getting bigger and stronger and forcing your body to make your muscles bigger and stronger to keep up with the extra load that you're putting on them. Which leads us on to step number 4, and that is keeping our protein up. Now, we want to be aiming for around 2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. This will make sure that we've got ample protein in our system to make sure that our muscles are getting enough to enable them to rebuild properly, and it will also help us protect our lean muscle when we are in a deficit and stop our body from trying to tap into that to use it for fuel. So, really important that we get enough protein. You can split this between 4 to 5 feedings throughout the day. Now, this doesn't have to be meals. You can use protein shakes for a couple of those as well. The most important thing that you want to make sure of is you're staying within your calorie target and that you are hitting your protein target. Now, the other one that you need to watch out for is your fats. A lot of people try and drive their fats right down, thinking that fats make them fat. They don't. Check out the other video in the cards for exactly why. But the moral of this story is you need to be aiming for 20% as a minimum of your daily calories coming from good quality fats, but 25% is better for things like our hormone production, testosterone, things like that. So really, really important. And step number 5, often overlooked guys, but get enough rest. Your muscles are not made in the gym. You break down your muscles in the gym. Your muscles are built outside of the gym when we are resting and recovering with the proper nutrition. So if you're not getting enough sleep, you're not getting 8 hours a night, you are going to find that you affect your body's ability to rebuild that lean muscle, which you don't want. And also you are going to make your life much harder, because when you don't get enough sleep, it messes with our hunger hormones, which is going to cause you to want to eat more and snack more, which is going to make it a lot harder to stick to your calorie deficit, which means that you end up overeating, and that's not good. So make sure that you're getting enough rest, make sure you're not overtraining. As always, I hope you found this video useful, and if you want to get more content just like this to make reaching your fat loss goals quicker and easier, then make sure to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.